Hello Internet, and welcome back to more Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the last episode, we defeated Helper to Hero, which is pretty much just the arena, but you play as a helper. It was very uneventful, and I don't blame you if you skipped it. This time, it is time for what is, without a doubt, the hardest challenge in Kirby Superstar Ultra, the True Arena. The last battle, without a doubt. Beat 10 tough foes, including the final 4. All the new bosses are here. Beat them to be the true master. Let's go. You got a nice selection between the arena or the true arena. So you can still play the arena if you want to go with a nice 6-star difficulty instead of the classic 7-star. Let's begin. So, this is possible with any ability. And you have access, once again, to every non-screen nuke ability. I have talked a lot about Hammer Kirby, and how it is probably my favorite ability in this game. However, I am genuinely not confident in my ability to beat the True Arena using Hammer. This game is genuinely no joke. The True Arena is rough. And let me tell you now, coming in with a helper isn't gonna matter. For the True Arena, I'm going to be going with Plasma. This is the only ability I was able to beat it with in practice, and I feel like it's going to be the only ability I have a chance against this with here. Our first boss is just the mid-bosses, so I guess that's kind of lucky. So, these are harder bosses than were in the original arena, so you have to be very careful. I recommend keeping your distance where you can, and using Plasma you can charge up while guarding. If you think you have to do this to charge every single time, then you are going to be screwed if you try to do this using Plasma. You are going to need to stay guarded a lot. Plasma is probably the ability I would recommend the most here if you want to play safe while still doing large amounts of damage, because a fully charged Plasma shot does about as much as Hammer's just standard attack. This is also where we could first show that Fan has the ability to just throw you into the floor, and if you hit the floor it won't do any damage. Because we are fighting Fan in a much larger space here. Unfortunately, since Fan is almost always going to throw you into the closest wall, you are still going to take damage from them most of the time. It's also worth noting that a fully charged Plasma shot isn't always necessary. You can still do quite a bit with the Plasma arrow. I'm doing poorly here because I'm trying to do live commentary. I'm not completely focused on the game. And these are just the mid-bosses, so imagine how this is going to mess me up when we get to the harder stuff. I'm probably not going to be doing live commentary for all of it, but, you know. I fully expect this to take multiple, well, it's definitely going to take multiple attempts if they give me Kabula as the second one. There are no Maxim tomatoes in this mode, and the abilities that you are offered between rounds are always going to include sleep, so you only get one ability to choose. I really, really highly recommend saving these tomatoes as long as you possibly can. Again, I fully expect this to take me multiple attempts. This game is rough. Especially with Kabula in here. This is much harder than the Galactic Nova Nucleus, so... like, it's the same ability, same concept for the level. But there's just so much going on. I've already talked about how much I dislike this boss. But geez, it is distracting trying to not get hit by everything here. How did I win that? Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll go with live commentary for my first attempt, but after that, every attempt is gonna be sped up. You saw I took a couple tomatoes there. I highly recommend just not. If you're playing on your own, you don't have to talk, so you should have an easier time focusing on the game than I am. Yeah, if I fail this attempt, then I'll probably go for either post-commentary or playing music. Just because, like, God, it's a lot. Although Krakow is actually one of the easier bosses this time around, luckily. Wispy's Revenge, I can handle that without a tomato. Why would they even offer you copy? It's like, they're also... they seem to be offering some of the worst abilities, too. The Plasma Shield is very helpful here, because it makes it so the apples literally can't hurt you while you're guarding. Again, I said it earlier when I was singing my praises about Plasma, but it genuinely does just burst some attacks before they have a chance to hit you, even while you're guarding, so... some attacks that would hurt through your guard, like the Poison Apple, can't, because they burst. Okay. Lololo and Lalala's Revenge is next. Well, that attack would have been better if I had fired in the correct direction. The way Plasma works is it takes, I believe, 16 presses of the D-pad in order to get it fully charged, and then diagonals actually count as charging it twice. That's at least how it worked in the original Superstar. I don't know if that's still how it works in Ultra, because this seems to be a little bit easier. Then again, I'm not mashing, I'm using the circle pad, so... yeah, that probably makes it a little bit easier. Alright, Krakow Jr. is harder than Krakow, so... does this attack where he just circles around. And that attack where he does that. This attack with the bombs, you can actually make those bombs hit him using Plasma Shield. I did that in my test playthrough. By the way, now that we're in the final four, which always go in the same order, I recorded my test playthrough, so if I can't do this even while like it's all sped up and I'm not commentating, then I'm just going to play that and do post-commentary over the final boss, which is the only original boss to the True Arena. Mass DD is next. I don't want to risk taking any of those tomatoes right now. Good luck, me. Oh, he jumped. And he jumped again. Nice. This is where this run ends, 100%. There's no shot. Yep. Okay. I played that way too reckless. Alright, so I'm going to speed up my next few attempts, and if I can't do it, then I will just play the video from my test playthrough. Finally made it past King Dedede. Now it's just Wham Bam Jewel, which is not that bad. I actually don't think I did say, but in the last episode I meant to acknowledge the fact that I really don't think Wham Bam Jewel is that much harder than Wham Bam Rock. Like, he has some trickier attacks, or she. I don't know. Wham Bam Jewel could be either. Actually, there's a description. Diamond hands and 3 eyes, this guy. He's the Wham Bam King, so it is a dude. I like his fashion sense. I was actually cutting it much closer there than I wanted to. Next boss is Galactonite. We've never fought it as Kirby before. I'm not going to commentate because my health sucks too much, and this is a genuinely very hard fight and the one where I have by far lost the most arena challenges. Important for the true arena to keep a cool head. So if you feel yourself getting angry at any point, take a break. It's completely natural. Humans get frustrated when things get repetitive. Just take a break if you need one. Cool your head. Have breakfast if you haven't, which I haven't. I should have breakfast. Take a shower, you know? Do calming things, and then come back. The arena will be waiting, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna do a few more attempts before I go into post-commentary. Just took about an hour break. We'll see how it... Well, I don't want to use Ninja. That's already a great start. Sliding into the wrong ability? Really? I cannot stress enough, Galactonite is the hardest boss in the true arena. So if you feel yourself getting stressed out before the fight, again, take a break. Genuinely. Like, you need to be able to keep focused, especially against Galactonite. Galactonite is the hardest boss in the true arena, and since you don't want to waste your tomatoes before the final boss, because if you go into the final boss with, like, low health from fighting Galactonite, then that's the hardest boss. So yeah. Okay. All things considered, these are not the worst conditions to be fighting the final boss in. I'm going to let post-commentary be what takes up this final boss, because if I lose here, then whatever, I'm just going to be showing my last attempt from my test playthrough anyway. I don't want to do this again, but yeah, future me, take it away. Mark's soul. Before Future Me takes it away, there is a description. He absorbed a Nova's power to bring back his evil soul. This really is the last battle. And it is the last battle. There are no other bosses. Mark's soul starts with his hardest attack from his original battle, the Black Hole. He can use that periodically whenever he wants this time. His like 4 cutters are also 8 cutters now. He teleports a hell of a lot more. Basically anything he could do in his original form, he can do here. When he drops these vines, they now have roses when they grow back, which make their hitboxes a little bit weirder. They're also a lot like bendier than they were before. Overall, this is just a harder version of Mark's, and it's not super difficult. Oh, here's one of his attacks where he splits himself in half. This one is a reference to the first Soul boss in the series, Paintra Soul, I believe it was. Or Dracia Soul. It's Dracia Soul. Every Soul boss shares a lot of attacks. That's the only one that's common among all of them, though. He also still drops the ice bomb. I'm really just waiting for him to use his other attack where he splits in half. Oh, he used it. For that attack, you basically just want to be floating and then drop as soon as the first laser passes by. Other than that, there's not much more to say about this boss. However, this is what I believe Sakurai meant he was talking about for a less kid-friendly design for Mark's Soul back during that Sephiroth presentation. Again, it is very likely he was just talking about Smash Bros. Ultimate, because Mark's is creepier in that game than he is in Superstar. However, Mark's Soul is just so much creepier than Mark's. Even just with the spikes at the end of the hat. By the way, we actually got a hint at this design before we fought the original Marks. He shows up for a second before, like, Marks' final, quote-unquote, final form in the cutscene before the Marks battle of Milky Way Wishes. You know what? I'm cool with that. That was like 6 attempts. 10 minutes, 17 seconds, 69 milliseconds. Really? 69 milliseconds? That's awesome. Okay. That is, without a doubt, probably my favorite boss fight in this game. I really like the original Mark's boss fight. I really, really like the Galactonite boss fight. But Mark's Soul takes the fucking cake. Hopefully I explained a little bit of why in my post-commentary, but I guess I won't know that until I'm editing. So, yeah. That's the true arena. That is by far the hardest challenge that Kirby Superstar Ultra has to offer. And for 100% completion... 100% clear. You have mastered Kirby. I have mastered Kirby. Truly, I am the Kirby master. I know so much about this series and have played so many of the games. The bonus movie Special Edition blooper reel is now in the theater. And the reward movie Kirby Master is also now in the theater. So let's show those in a second. So, not only do we have a gold border surrounding the game board now, which we did not have before, but if we go to the theater, we can watch the Special Edition blooper reel. Kirby Master is the cutscene that you get for 100% clear. Special Edition blooper reel you get as soon as you beat the true arena. Let's see the Special Edition blooper reel. I hate that laughing sound effect. This is your reward for 100%. Well, that's your reward for beating the true arena, which, you know, this is pretty cute. Like, it's kind of funny. There are some of these that could get a genuine laugh out of me. But the issue is, this is made for the game's target audience, which is young children. But what fucking business do young children have beating Mark's Soul? I can barely beat Mark's Soul and I'm 20 years old! This just doesn't make sense as a reward. I'm sorry. Like, a good reward to me for beating the true arena would be like giving you access to the Milky Way Wishes copy abilities in every game. Which, you know, I don't know how that would work because they're, like, obviously some games use the bottom screen and that's how Milky Way Wishes power-ups work in this game, but, like, man! The game is laughing at me for my complaining. Let me guess, Kirby's gonna fall in the water. Yep. That's funny. That's really funny. Sun and the Moon are fighting as Mark's gonna fall off his ball. Yep. See, they're predictable. It's like all slapstick, but it is still kind of funny. Oh, there's Kirby getting destroyed by King Dedede. That should be canon. King Dedede didn't do anything other than cause a near famine. So there's one cutscene missing. Saving that for the bonus video. With that, that is 100% completion in Kirby Superstar Ultra. However, that is not everything the game has to offer. There are also these sub-games. And the nostalgic sub-games. These are going to be saved for their own video. However, I have no idea when that video is going to be made because I would like to show the multiplayer functionality of at least these two. These ones, unlikely because I don't really have friends who I see frequently who have their own DSs and Kirby Superstar Ultra. But these ones, at the very least, I am going to show the multiplayer component of, and I want to show all the sub-games in one video because I have a really clever title for that video. So, for a while at least, that's it for Kirby Superstar Ultra. Next time, it's the bonus video. See you guys then.